What each Premier League club need in January transfer window. Managers' transfers. Injuries, suspensions, or simply wanting to freshen things up. Let's look at where teams could strengthen this month. January transfer window opens. All you need to know. Which stars in South America could be heading to Premier League? With the winter transfer window now open, football correspondents look at the areas that clubs might look to strengthen with signings. Arsenal striker. Bukayo Saka's injury has left Arsenal a little short on creativity, yet the primary issue remains the lack of a poacher's instinct in the penalty area. Kai Havertz is Arsenal's top Premier League goalscorer with 7 goals from an expected goals of 7.8, the 15th highest goalscorer in the competition this season. That's too low for a title contender's first choice number 9. Arsenal also ranked 10th for shots on goal, with 276. Havertz shots. Aston Villa, right winger. Unai Emery needs a Moussa Diaby replacement to provide competition for Leon Bailey on the right. Bailey, whose goal against Leicester City was his first in 19 Premier League matches, has only 3 goal involvements this season. That's leaving a little too much pressure on Morgan Rogers to come up with the goods. The Leicester win was the first match Rogers has missed this season, and it was no coincidence Villa created only 7 chances, their joint fewest in a home match in 2024-25. AFC Bournemouth striker. Enes Ünal's ACL injury is dreadful news for the player and for Bournemouth, who lost Evanilson to a fractured metatarsal just 4 days earlier. Andoni Iraola is left without a senior number 9, losing not just goals, 7 between Ünal and Evanilson, but a target man to hold up the ball and wait for those wingers to make her runs beyond. Bournemouth have completed the 5th most long balls, 727, and completed the 2nd most crosses into the penalty area, for 7, this season. Without a big striker up front, their European hopes may fade away. Brentford centre-back. Brentford could be in the race for UEFA Champions League football if it wasn't for their leaky defence. Injuries to Ethan Pinnock and Christopher Ajer haven't helped Brentford's disappointing defensive record this season, and with Ben Mee's contract expiring in the summer, a centre-back is probably Thomas Frank's priority this window. They have conceded 35 goals, the 5th most in the league, while only Southampton have conceded more shots, 354, and shots on target, 122. Brighton and Hove Albion striker. There is an abundance of attacking talent in Fabian Hürzeler's squad, but they are arguably a little lopsided, possessing plenty of fast wingers and not enough forwards able to finish off chances. Danny Welbeck is Brighton's top Premier League scorer, with 6 goals, but the 34-year-old will likely need some help over the weeks ahead, as we are already starting to see. Brighton have only scored more than once in one of their last 5 league matches, while their conversion rate of 10.2% is the 7th lowest in the division, as is their tally of 66 shots on target taken from inside the box. Chelsea centre-back. Chelsea's defense has looked a little shaky since Wesley Fofana's injury, suggesting Enzo Maresca needs to improve his centre-back options if his side are to challenge for the title. That is backed up by the data. Chelsea ranked 10th in the division for expected goals against, 28.8, they have made the 3rd most errors leading to shots, with 21, while their 48.2% average of aerial duels won ranks 5th lowest. Chelsea stats. Such a young squad could do with an experienced and commanding leader in the back 4. Crystal Palace right wing-back. Right wing-back Daniel Munoz is rightly praised for his attacking output, but the stats suggest Oliver Glasner might like to strengthen that side of his defense. A high number of the attacks they concede are down that right side, some 39%, coupled with a look at their opponent's assist map indicates just how one-sided things have become. Munoz Palace stats. Clearly there is no issue with how Tyrick Mitchell defends the left side. If Palace can be similarly strong on the right, they can pull clear of the bottom 3. Everton striker. Sean Dyche's side have almost completely stopped scoring goals. They have netted only 15 times in the Premier League this season, the 2nd fewest, and are bottom of the table for expected goals, 18.1. Everton have failed to score in a league-high 11 Premier League matches this campaign, including 4 of the last 5, and have already failed to register a single shot on target in a match twice in 2024-25. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is their top-scoring striker, with 2. He needs help. Fulham striker. Fulham are having a superb season and, unbeaten in 8, are only 6 points behind Chelsea in 6th, so out of all the Premier League clubs they are one of the least in need of reinforcements. But they, too, could do with more firepower, with someone to turn a few of the 6 draws in their last 8 into wins. Raúl Jiménez, out of contract in the summer, has scored 5 non-penalty Premier League goals this season, making him the joint top scorer with Harry Wilson, who is unlikely to keep his current purple patch going through to May. Ipswich Town, central midfielder. Ipswich are finding their feet at Premier League level now, but Kieran McKenna would still prefer his side to see more of the ball and take control more often. They signed Calvin Phillips on loan for that express purpose, but Phillips has started fewer than half of Ipswich's league matches. Ipswich have taken 4,025 touches of the ball in the middle third, the third fewest behind Nottingham Forest and Everton, rank third for most miscontrols, 297, and they're 25. 1 progressive passes made is a competition low. McKenna will want to improve on those numbers. Leicester City winger. The lack of pace in the Leicester attack has become a major issue for Ruud van Nistelrooy. Prior to his season-ending injury, the Foxes were heavily reliant on Abdul Fatawu, who averaged of 2.6 successful take-ons per 90, double that of any teammate. Leicester haven't scored a single counter-attacking goal, the only club other than Everton yet to do so, while the Foxes' 8 fast breaks and 54 direct attacks are both the lowest in the division. A bit more speed out wide could help Leicester counter, in turn producing more high-quality chances for Jamie Vardy. Liverpool, central midfield. After failing in their high-profile pursuit of Martin Zubimendi over the summer, Arnslot would still like a number 6 in the Rodri style, despite Liverpool's healthy lead at the top. Liverpool are actually allowing more progressive passes and progressive carries than under Jurgen Klopp in 2023-24, while their number of recoveries has gone down by almost 20%. Liverpool 23-24 v 24-25 comparison. Per 90. Under Klopp 23-24, progressive carries allowed 14.7. Under Slot 24-25, progressive carries allowed 16.3. Under Klopp 23-24, progressive passes allowed 30.4. Under Slot 24-25, progressive passes allowed 30.7. Under Klopp 23-24, recoveries made 53.5. Under Slot 24-25, recoveries made 44.2. Ryan Gravenberch has been a revelation, but he doesn't nullify attacks like Fabinho used to. Manchester City, central midfield. Back-to-back Premier League wins is a good start, but Man City still don't look themselves, as Pep Guardiola said after last weekend's 4-1 win against West Ham United. Our performance was not good. We saw in many years our level. We are not at our level, said Guardiola. Man City won't return to that level until Rodri is back or they find a temporary replacement who can sweep up in central midfield, pouring cold water on the opposition counterattacks. Across 210 Premier League matches since Rodri joined the club, Man City averaged 2.37 points with the Spaniard in the team and 1.69 without him. Expanding those per-game numbers over a 38-match season, that's the difference between 90 points and 64 points. Manchester United, left wing-back. Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 demands high-energy wing-backs capable of contributing enormously at both ends of the pitch, and despite Diogo Dalot's strong performance at Anfield, it is unlikely he will dominate the opposition right-back regularly. Long-term, Ahmad, who has scored or assisted 8 of Man Utd's 11 Premier League goals under Amorim, will return to right wing-back, but Luke Shaw's ongoing injury issues leave a space on the other side. Prior to the 2-2 draw at Liverpool, Man United hadn't scored a single Premier League goal in open play with Dalot and Noussair Mazraoui as the wing-backs. Indeed, no Man United player has more than 1 assist this season apart from Bruno Fernandes and Dalot, with 6 each. Creativity on the left is badly needed. Newcastle United, right winger. There is a perception in Newcastle that the team needs to improve on the right wing, where Jacob Murphy tends to start ahead of Miguel Almiron. Murphy, has 7 assists to his name this season and perhaps deserves more recognition. Nevertheless, Eddie Howe's fast transitioning football could do with a dribbler to counterbalance Anthony Gordon on the other side. Murphy averages only 0.5 successful take-ons per 90, while Newcastle average 7.5 per 90, the joint 6th fewest in the division. Nottingham Forest, right winger. Anthony Elanga has scored or assisted a goal in each of the last 5 Premier League matches, which might make Nuno Espirito Santo think twice before looking for a new right winger. But Forest are nevertheless light out wide, where Elanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi are their only ball-carrying options despite Forest's focus on quick counterattacks. What's more, Forest could with a strong crosser from the right, because remarkably for a team with Chris Wood up front, Nuno's side have completed a division-low 25 crosses into the penalty area. Southampton, centre-back. It's hard to pick out just one area for Southampton, but considering that new manager Ivan Juric prioritizes defensive security over the more expansive football of his predecessor Russell Martin, the focus this January should be on defenders. Saints' defensive woes hit a new low in the 5-0 defeat to Brentford last weekend, and Juric didn't pull any punches after the game. "An extremely bad day, a really bad game," he said. "There was such a difference between the two teams and I'm disappointed with everything, the team, myself, everybody." Southampton have conceded 44 goals, the joint second most, and have conceded a higher XG than anyone else, 46.0, and allowed the most shots, 364. Tottenham Hotspur, centre-back. Ange Postecoglou's side have been incredibly unlucky with injuries, at times this season fielding fullbacks and central midfielders as centre-back partners, and so Spurs must bring in more bodies here. The priority is pace, such as the risk involved in their high line and passing out from the back. Spurs rank third in the division for errors leading to opposition shots, 21. Spurs have also conceded 2 or more goals in 4 of their last 6 matches in the Premier League, a record that needs to improve if they are going to climb back into the top half. West Ham United, striker. West Ham's focus is likely to be on scoring more goals. Jared Bowen has netted 5 times this season, but the Hammers' top scorer is out until at least the end of February, while Michail Antonio remains unavailable and Niklas Füllkrug has managed only 2 goals in 368 minutes of Premier League football. There is plenty of talent around the number 9 position, but West Ham's bad luck with centre forwards goes on. If there are funds available in January, the new boss will need to change that. West Ham haven't been high scorers under Julen Lopetegui. They have netted 24 times in 20 Premier League matches, so this is clearly an area that needs strengthening. Wolverhampton Wanderers, centre-back. The new manager bounce enjoyed by Vitor Pereira ended emphatically with a 3-0 defeat to Nottingham Forest on Monday night that put Wolves' defensive issues back in the spotlight. They have now conceded 2 goals in 7 of their last 8 Premier League matches and, with 45 shipped from 20 games, are on course to concede their most in a single season since promotion in 2018-19. A big part of the problem was failing to replace Maximilian Kilman, sold to West Ham in the summer. Surely this will be Pereira's focus. Appreciate your time, love, loyalty, and support. Blessings to y'all.